Hey, Sean Q here, and welcome to part 2 of this incredible training for Social Media Pulse. I am a high-ticket sales trainer as well as a digital launch strategist and an AI specialist. And in this video, I want to show you the last part, the final part of the 4C framework, which is the call. Now, we talked a little bit about the call in part 1, where we want to uncover what is it they really want, what is their goals, what are they trying to accomplish, where are they headed, what are they putting so much effort in, how badly do they want it, and what kind of support are they looking for in reaching that goal and achieving that experience. And so once you figure out those 3 things, that's when you begin to move into the sales part. And in this strategic consultation, you're going to do about 6 or 7 things. And the very first thing that I notice a lot of people do with sales, the very biggest mistake, is they jump right into their program, their service, their details of their offer, and they say, they figure out what they want, how badly they want it, and what kind of support they're looking for. Then they say, okay, well, it costs this much, and the program's name is this, and I have my platinum and my gold and my silver, and I have payment plans too, and but I can work with your budget, and I see all of these mistakes. What I'm going to share with you today is a process that we have refined over and over that have worked so well for social media managers and other marketing service providers that I think you're going to really enjoy, because it's not sleazy, it's not pushy, it's not aggressive. We actually slow down the process. We actually become more present with our potential client, and we actually empower them to make a strong, informed decision about whether or not to hire you. I believe the most informed buyers are the longest lasting buyers. They are the ones that don't ask for refunds. They're not the ones that cancel without any notice. They're not the ones that don't show up. When they're informed, an informed buyer can make a confident purchasing decision. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to slow the process down. So I'm going to give you a transition line. And what I mean by this is going to help you transition any conversation you're having any consultation that you're having, and you're going to be able to transition it into a sales call, into a sales conversation. And here's that line. If you're taking notes, write this down. Would you like to hear what it would look like if you and I worked together on this? Would you like to hear what it would look like if you and I worked together on this? Here's why this is such a powerful transition. It's because you're not asking them to buy anything at this point. You're simply saying, do you want to hear what it would look like if you and I work together on this? It's literally just saying, hey, do you want more information? It's the easiest yes someone can give them. And if you've, in the strategic consultation, really helped them figure out what they want, how badly they want it, and the type of support they're looking for to get them there faster, it's an easy, oh yeah, duh, yeah, give me the details. Now again, the biggest mistake you can make after transitioning is going into your program. We're going to slow things down. So after you've transitioned and you've said, would you like to hear what it would look like if you and I worked together on this, if I helped you with this? They say yes. You're actually going to take a step back. And you're going to say, okay, well, before we get into all of the details, I'm curious. What's possible? Let's say we work together for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. What's possible if we go in and we get incredible results? Like, what's on the other side of this? And in this phase, what we're doing is we're opening up possibilities. I want them to paint a picture of what they actually want, because they actually don't want a social media manager. They don't want someone handling their social media. They want more clients. And they don't just want more clients, they want more money in their account. And they don't just want more money in their account, they want to be able to take their kids on vacation whenever they want to. They want to feel proud and pride about their business. They want to be able to feel seen and heard and create a community that makes them feel like they belong. That's what they really want. So what we want to do in phase 1 is open up possibilities and ask them to paint a picture of what it's like after we're done with our work, after we've gotten you results. So what's possible? Right? So would you like to hear what it would look like if you and I work together? Awesome. Well, I'm curious. Let's say we do work together, and 3 months in, we're getting incredible results. What's possible after? What happens then? And then give them space to share. The second phase is where we have them grab a pen and paper. And we want them to actually write down a couple of things. Here's why. We want to move their attention from you, right? If you're on a Zoom call, they're looking at you, and we want to move their attention to this document. So what I'll say is, hey, do you have a pen and paper? Awesome. Go grab it. If you don't, I'll wait. It's okay. Awesome. And I ask them to write down 5 words. So as a social media manager, if I were selling social media services, I'd say, write this down. Visibility, engagement, conversions, data, and time. And then I describe them. Engagement. This means you get a ton of people reacting to your stuff, liking your stuff. The next one is conversions, right? This is making sure that you're not just getting likes, but you're getting leads. You're not just getting followers, but you're getting people who convert into buyers. And we're describing our framework, the 5 areas we help someone work with. And then we say, out of these 5, what do you want to work on first? And there's a power in this because we're treating them as if they've already said yes to working with us. So we open up possibilities, what's possible afterwards, and now what do you want to work on first? Great. They said engagement. Awesome. Go ahead and circle that one and initial it, because that says you're committing to getting more visible or getting more engagement. And I'll have them do that. I'll have them circle it and initial it. And then I'll say, can you put my initials there for me? Because typically it's on Zoom. So put SQ. That means I'm committing, if we choose to work together, to make that my first priority. Awesome. So now we've opened possibilities. Now we've shared our signature framework. Then what we want to do is we want to talk about non-negotiables. And what I typically say is, awesome, well, I'll make that my first priority. Can I share the best type of clients I like working with? The type of clients that get the best results when they work with me? They say yes. Great. Notice I'm asking for permission. I'll say, well, my favorite type of clients that I work with and the clients I choose to work with, they have a great work ethic. They show up on time. They deliver what I'm asking for when I ask for it. It's not 3 weeks later, then they're giving me the logos or the branding design or I'm sharing my non-negotiables. Here's why. I don't want you to land any clients because I've had my share of bad clients before. And I know that a bad client will cost you way more than having no client at all. It'll cost you your peace of mind, your stress levels, it'll cost you your sleep, it'll cost you your reputation, it'll cost you money and opportunity. And so I share my boundaries and my non-negotiables right up front. Here's how I need you to show up if I choose to work with you. A lot of people, they audition for their clients. They're trying to sell their clients on them. And I actually flip that around. Why would you be a good client for me? So here's how I work with my clients. These are the type of clients that are the best fit for me. And then after I share that, I'll ask them, does this sound like you? And I'll be quiet and let them respond. And now what happens is they're telling me why they fit my ideal client avatar, why they fit my dream client profile. And what I'm looking for in there is, do they really fit me as a provider? Am I going to be a good fit for them, but also are they going to be a good fit for me? After we've shared our non-negotiables and we've discussed and explored, okay, yeah, this actually sounds like it would be a good fit. I'd love to work with you. I then share what we call the sweaty question. Okay, this is phase 4. So phase 1, open possibilities. Phase 2, signature framework, having them circle initial. Phase 3, share your non-negotiables, your boundaries. Phase 4 is the real investment or the sweaty question. And I say, okay, great. Now working with me, I'm going to require some sweat equity. Now, if it's done for you, what I'll say is I'm going to require you to show up on time. We're going to oftentimes do some intensives where I'm going to collect all this information, and then I'm going to need you to approve what I give you. I'm going to need you to give me your input. I'm going to need you to show up. And then I'll ask, is this a season where you can prioritize this? Because I don't work with people where I'm their second choice, where I'm priority number 2. I only work with people where this is a priority for them. They're ready to show up. They're ready to get results. And now they're selling me on why this is a priority for them, on why this is the right season and the right time for them. After we share the sweaty question, or phase 4, which is the real investment, which is an investment of time and energy and effort, then we cover some concerns. And I want you to notice, I haven't told them about my price. I haven't told them about my program. I haven't told them about how long we're working together. I've alluded to some of those things, but we really haven't discussed those details. Why? Because I don't even know if they're a perfect client until I've gone through all of these. Then at that point, I can share, okay, here's how I think we can work together. So phase 5 is concerns. And this is where what we're doing is we're exploring, at this point, are there any questions you have about working with me? And typically what will happen is they'll say, well, how much does this cost? Right? It's the number one question that comes up. Sometimes that comes up, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not really looking for that, but sometimes that comes up. Other times it's, well, I've tried this before. Is this really going to work? And when you're dealing with objections, something I want you to recognize is that objections are a natural part of the sales process. I get excited when I get a question like that because it means they're really thinking about it. If someone doesn't share any questions, it means they're just kind of listening and they're not really engaging and considering it. So I'm looking for them to ask a couple of questions. I'm actively waiting for it. So I ask, are there any questions up until this point? Well, I've tried this before, what makes you different? Or, how much time is this really going to take? Or how much is this going to cost me? And before jumping in to answer their question, I say, that's a great question. Are there any other questions before I answer that you have? Because I want to collect all of their questions. And then once I've collected their questions, I can say, awesome. Well, let's go one by one and see what our answers are for these. Let's go by one and explore this. So how much time is it really going to cost? Or is it really going to take? Typical clients invest this much time. Some invest a little bit more. Some invest a little bit less. How much does it cost? That's a great question. We'll cover that in just a second. I've tried this before. Oh, tell me, why do you think it didn't work? What do you think you could have done better? If it didn't work before, is this still a priority for you? Like, do you still want this and want to figure out how to make it work for you? We want to explore those questions. That's phase 5. Once we're finished exploring that, that's when we finally get to phase 6 of the sales process, which is telling them the details of the program. And at this point, we're saying, okay, great. I think I can actually help you. And I think I have the best way I can help you. And I do a 2-offer close. Here's what I mean by that. I say, my highest offer, right, the top way I work with people is it's $100,000. You put $25,000 down, and then it's $10,000 until you pay the rest off. But I don't think that's a good fit for you, right? I'll tell them what the next thing is, and then I'll tell them I don't know if that's the right fit for you, though. Maybe it is, but I think I have a better option for you. And I actually want to recommend this option. It's only $25,000, not $100,000. And, we give all the details there. Here's why I do that. One, it anchors pricing to say I'm worth $100,000. It also tells them how much confidence I have in my program because your price communicates confidence. And it also tells them what's possible that they can grow up into. I've had a lot of people start one place and then they upgrade to the next thing. But that's because they know what they can upgrade to. I remember I once had a client where he hired someone else to do what I could help them do, but he didn't know I could help him. So he went and hired someone else. So the money that he invested in someone else could have gone to me and he wanted it to go to me, but he didn't even know I could do it. So we tell them what the next step is, and then we tell them the recommendation. The recommendation has been proven to increase sales by over 27%. So you want to do a recommended offer. Here's the best way. Or here's the top way, but here's the best way I think that can work for you. Here's my recommendation for you. And I don't share all the details. I only share, here's the name of the program, here's how long we work together, here's who it's perfect for, here's the first thing we focus on, and here's the price. That's all I share. What's the name? How long do we work together? Who is it perfect for? What's the first thing we're working on? And what's the price? And then I say, how does that sound? And we be quiet. We share the price, and then how does that sound? And at that point, the worst thing you could do is jump in. What you want to do is create space. We slow the process down and let the person really think about it, consider it. And they'll be thinking, and some time might pass, and it might feel awkward, and it might get really weird, but give them space to think about it. Let them be the first person to speak after you share the price. If they're like, that's a little pricey, okay, great. Or they might say, you know what, let's do it. I'm in. Okay, great. Whatever their answer is, it's okay, great. Here's why. You want to sign up? Okay, great. Here's the invoice. Let's get it paid right now. Let's get you started. Let's schedule your first session. Awesome. If it's, that's a little pricey. Okay, great. Tell me more about that. Right? Let's explore that. And sometimes they just need to talk through and process it, and then they're like, no, let's do this. Or what I can do is say, hey, I have another option that might actually be a better fit for your budget. Should we explore that? And then you just downsell them from there. I can't tell you how many times social media managers specifically use this process to sell, and their very next sale is a heck yes. Because the person feels listened to. The person doesn't feel rushed into an offer. The person doesn't actually feel sold to. It's, hey, I'm here to professionally help you discover if this is a good fit for you. Whether this is the right time, whether I'm the right person, whether the things I work on is something you actually want to work on. I'm here to help you make a purchasing decision. I'm not here to sell you. There's a different energy there. I want you to recognize. There to sell means I don't care about you. I just want to sell. There to help them make a purchasing decision is, hey, whether you purchase from me or someone else, I'm here to help you make that purchasing decision. You're there for them. You care about what they want. So I'm going to give you a quick recap of everything we covered. Make the transition. Any consultation call you're in, make the transition. Would you like to hear what it would look like if you and I worked together on this? Then phase 1, open possibilities. What would be possible if you and I worked together? Paint the vision. Part 2 is the signature framework. Here are the 5 areas I help people work on. What's first priority for you? Circle it, initial it. Then I share my non-negotiables, my boundaries. Here's the type of client I'm looking for. Then I share the real investment or the sweaty question, right? It's going to take time, energy, effort. Obviously, there's a financial investment, but these are real, even more real investment because money can come back, but time can't. Then I figure out and explore some concerns or questions they have. And then I share their offer. The offer, the name, who it's perfect for, how long we work together, the first thing we're going to work on, and the price. And I actually have them write those things down. I don't think I mentioned that, but I have them write down what's the name, how long are we working together. Here's why I have them write all this stuff down. It's because they might say, I need to talk to a spouse or a business partner. Great. Show them everything we wrote down. That way they remember what we're writing or what we covered. And then I also send them the replay of the call, etc. But that physical thing helps them to have that conversation because they have something to show them. So it's really powerful. So I have them write down all the information about the program, and then I make the ask. How does that sound? And we go from there. Downsell them, heck yes, upgrade them, etc. This is our heck yes sales process. I want you to use it because I know you're going to land a client. Create a piece of content, move them to DMs, offer a strategic consultation, then get them on a call and make an offer. Use this and then send me a message and say, Sean Q, OMG, this worked. I have a client. I have had people in our AI roundtable, in our higher ticket programs, land clients day 1 of using this. And they're like, Sean, they said yes to $10,000. And I what? I don't what do I do now? So it's pretty incredible. And I'm so honored that I have had the opportunity and the chance to share this with you. I'm Sean Q, a high ticket sales trainer, a digital launch strategist, and an AI specialist. And I hope this was super helpful for you. I know it's been super helpful for my clients. Again, if you want to join us in the AI Roundtable, then join us in the AI Roundtable. It is heyseanq.com/AI. It's $47 a month. We do a lot of trainings like this one where we help you move into action and actually convert your content into clients. I'll see you in the community. Bye, everyone.